Yo, boys and girls, what is going on? Rich the Guru here. Welcome back. And today we are here with our next speculation video. As you all know, I did a video on Mike Trout yesterday, and yes, I know the Angels are not trading Mike Trout, everyone, but it was my thoughts on what it would possibly take for a team like the Yankees to entice the Angels. What it would take to possibly get him away. Yes, I know he's loyal to the organization and the Angels love him and he's the face of the franchise. He's not going anywhere. I know that. It's speculation for a reason. So today we are back with another speculation video on what I think could be another option for the Yankees if for some reason they can't trade for Manny Machado. And that is Chicago Cubs third baseman Kris Bryant. Now, yes, I know Kris Bryant is most likely not going anywhere for many, many years and will be a Cub for probably most, if not all, of his career. I know that. But this video is what I think a team like the Yankees, who have many, many assets, could trade to entice the Cubs to give up Kris Bryant. Like what they could give to make it worth it for the Cubs. So first we'll jump into what I think they'd have to give up. They definitely have to give up Andujar. Yes, people have been shouting at me for dissing Andujar and calling me a fake New York fan for not saying Andujar is a top prospect. First off, I am a New York Yankees fan. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. I grew up a Yankees fan. So, in New Jersey, 30 minutes from the stadium. So, screw you guys, okay? Screw you guys. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. I'm just not a fan of Andujar. I think he's got a lot of hype on him, and I don't think he's going to be that great. So I'll be happy to see him go. Andujar will be in that trade. Frazier will also most likely be in that trade. Two good prospects for the Yankees. Ellsbury will probably be in this trade, and there's a good chance Gardner might be in it too. And there's a good chance that Sonny Gray or a reliever like Warren or Robertson could also be tossed in. It'd be that, plus probably a couple other minor leaguers or a couple draft picks. It would take a lot for a team to entice Kris Bryant away from the Cubs via trade. It'd be a 1-4 player swap at least, at a minimum. Just very similar to Mike Trout. Be a 1-4 player swap at least. Because he is so, it would have to require a third baseman, which in this case would be Andujar. The Yankees would be hesitant to give up Torres. So I don't think he'd be off limits, and so would Sanchez and Judge and Stanton and Bird and Gregorius off limits. So it would be Andujar who would go. Like I said, I know he's a top prospect, but I'm just not a fan of him. I've seen him play. And in MLB debut, he had a great game, and then he had a couple of great games. But I'm not a fan of him. I just don't think he'll live up to all the hype. So I think most likely Warren would be sent back to Chicago. There's a good chance that Kane or Green could go with him. Ellsbury would definitely go in this trade. Maybe even Hicks would go. Frazier would be a guy that could possibly go in this trade as well. There is a lot of moving pieces that would be involved in here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to give the Cubs several draft picks and several minor leaguers instead, a little bit below their top prospects. But I definitely think Frazier and Andujar would be gone from this trade. So that, I think, would be the big hit for the Yankees for losing two of their top prospects. But in return for Kris Bryant, I think it would be worth it. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts. Oh, and quick disclaimer for people who bashed on me for the Tennessee things. I said outdoor sports, I knew the Predators, and I didn't know off the top of my head that the Tennessee Titans Stadium was in the Nashville city limits. I thought it was outside of the city limits, not in Nashville city limits. So, sorry, I apologize. Anyway, have a great day, guys. As always, like and subscribe. Comment below on what you think of or if you think there are any other teams besides the Yankees that could have the pieces to entice Kris Bryant away from the Cubs. I don't think it'll happen. Of course, I'm telling you, it will probably never happen. Just like Mike Trout will probably never leave the Angels. But it comes to a certain point where if offered enough, it comes to a point that where for one player it's almost impossible to turn it down. If you're being offered so many assets for the future that you just can't really turn it down. Now, for the Cubs, it would be much harder than the Angels because the Angels are in a position right now where they're still fighting to even make the playoffs. The Cubs are a bona fide playoff team, so that's why I thought it'd be easier to entice Trout away, solely for the fact that the Angels could easily go into a rebuild with all they could get for him and rebuild in a year or two, and they'd be right back where they were. So, all right, guys, have a great day. There'll probably be a sports video coming on later out today. I don't know. This may be the last video for today. So, yeah, as always, like, subscribe, comment below, and let me know what you think. Richard the Guru here, signing off. Have a great weekend, guys, if I don't post anything today. And enjoy the great weekend, and happy Christmas to everyone around the world. Peace.